This is a video by Hero. Hey, on modern audience, game devs are giving up. Let's check this out. It's related to Canadian devs. But anyway, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches. Let's go ahead and play this video. Let's start up. Let's go.
Hey guys, hope you've been having a great week. As you probably know, there's been a lot of infamous stuff regarding the games industry coming out of Canada, oftentimes Montreal. For example, Sweet Baby Inc. and other DI constellation companies love Montreal. There's also Ubisoft Montreal, etc, etc. Well, now we've got
I'm starting to think that I really shouldn't go to Canada, and I really shouldn't go to Montreal.
Canadian dev making the news as he tells other Canadian game devs to be terrified of going to the US. It's pretty hilarious.
What? I thought we were just talking about Canadian devs. Wait. They're terrified of going to the US? What? I'm confused. I thought this was gonna just talk on, like, Canadian actually, that's exactly what I was going to say. I thought this video was going to be Canadian devs being weird, and I'm over here just like, man, that's a little too weird for me, for Canadian developers to say that shit. How come? No. We'll wait until I hear about that. Let's keep going.
Hilarious stuff. We'll take a look at his panic post in just a second. First, let me mention, you may have noticed there were a few days I was missing uploads here and there over the last number of weeks, and I got this great idea, guys, this bright idea. So I've seen people reacting to my videos, which is awesome, including a number of VTubers, and I've got a VTuber model that I haven't used in like 2 freaking years, and that seems like a pretty fun way of adding additional content on the channel.
I swear, if you bring up a VTuber thing and it's a female, and I know you're a dude, I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I like some VTubers, but we're not gonna do this whole like I'm a dude but I'm in a female VTuber thing. Have fun, just not my thing. Okay? Have a great time. If it's a male VTuber, I'll be like, okay, cool, that's fine. But if you come out like Rev, I'm gonna be like, best luck to you, man. Have a good one. I salute you. Good luck on your endeavors.
On slow news days, like if it was a day where I didn't have anything to upload, maybe I'll find a video from a different creator in the niche. So, you know, nothing completely out of the ordinary here for the channel, but like more anime, gaming, news, commentary stuff. Pull up the VTuber model, make a video talking about it, and yeah, then we got some additional content. Anyways, that's the plan. Now on to the panic dev post. We got Raphael, and he says, in all caps, important message for all my Canadian game developers.
Founder, CEO of Chief Creative Officer of Hinterland. 1 second. I want to check what they've made. Hinterland Games. They're responsible for making The Long Dark. I heard good things about this game. They haven't really posted much. Not really. I'm wondering if it's the same place. Yeah, they made The Long Dark. Okay. Anyway, continue.
For friends and colleagues, if you are attending GDC in San Fran next week, I beseech you to reconsider. You can no longer expect to travel to the US and return safely.
If you're attending GCD in San Francisco next week, I beseech you to reconsider. You can no longer expect to travel to the US and return safely. Dude, you have more muscle mass than me. You probably pull more bitches, and you got a beard. Are you fucking serious right now? What is this pussy shit? What are you talking about? What are you even referring to? If anything, I don't want any of my friends going in the UK. Because I'm afraid they're gonna get stabbed or join the fucking like, or join the Muslims, or like they end up getting their rights taken away. or something like that. I don't want my friends going to the UK. He's like, well, what about that one? What's the US doing? What are you talking about? If you're inciting violence, yeah, you're going to be put to jail. Are you talking about the deportation where people that shouldn't be there illegally should be deported? I like how it must be the deportation, because I'm over here just like, I like how it's funny that like America is literally picking up these people that have done horrible things or at least came in here illegally, and they're just picking them up and putting them over here. That we're not out here just lighting up a light machine gun and going, Bob's your uncle, and then just shooting all these people down. We're literally picking them up and putting them back in the country, and they're just like, this is murder. And I'm just like, what? Anyway, also, isn't GDC the same place where they were screaming right outside the event because they lost their job? I don't know. Let's go.
Okay, pause. First of all, GDC. Isn't GDC the Game Developer Conference, that thing from last year where they literally had like some freak out screaming event?
I called it. I called it. I'm just calling things. The enemy in disguise kind of dude? Pretty much.
Yeah, I know it sounds really weird, but that's literally what they did. Here, if you didn't see it, check it out. Yeah, okay, holy smokes, that is enough of that. It goes on for like a minute, but I'm not playing any more than like 5 seconds. Basically, this was a event for game devs who are sick of the state of the industry to go and vent by yelling like a bunch of freaks. And yeah,
I can basically see a minute amount of what they're saying because it's true. Like EA, like Take-Two, like Ubisoft, they do fuck around with developers, but at the same time, most of the time, the developers reap what they fucking sow. Okay? They're right a little bit, but mostly, like for example, when none of us, none of you, no one played Concord because everybody agreed. I think it's a beautiful thing that the whole wide world agreed, and they said, I don't want to play a fat bitch. I don't want to play a fat bitch with they, them pronouns. That is so crazy. That is so fucking crazy that everybody agreed. Maybe like 500 to 1,000 people said, yeah, I'll do it. But everybody else was, are we all fat phobic? Maybe, I don't know. But most of us don't want to play unattractive characters. That is so crazy to me that I thought this PlayStation game was going to succeed and it was going to stick. I thought it was going to stick because it's coming from PlayStation. But it's insane to me that everyone just said, nah. And it's not even because it's a hero shooter. We got Marvel Rivals, okay? So it didn't work. That whole idea didn't fucking stick. It's just sometimes you dish out something and people are just like, it stinks.
Yeah, that was at GDC, the Game Developer Conference. I believe the same one this person, this current dev, Raphael, whatever, is referring to in his panic post. Speaking of which, let's get back to that, shall we? If you are attending GDC in San Fran next week, I beseech you to reconsider. You can no longer expect to travel to the US and return safely. Things are getting intense, and they are going to get worse before they get better. Do not put yourself in a position where you are unable to get back into Canada, or where your Canadian citizenship is used against you.
We're not going to Ukraine. You're not going to fucking North Korea. You're not going to maybe the UK because freedom of speech is dying over there. You're going to America. You don't want to go to Mexico, do you? If I remember correctly, whole bunch of people that love Mexico waving their flags saying Mexico. But for some fucking odd reason, they don't want to go to Mexico for some odd reason. You ever thought about that? Let them come in. Mexico. And I'm just like, then you probably should go to Mexico. I don't want to go to Mexico. Why? Is it because of the cartels and the mass amounts of like shooting over there and the corruption over there? Yeah, we got our own share of problems, but really? The US? Okay, all right, live in La La Land.
This is especially true if you have been supportive of any causes or express any values that run contrary to the taste of the current administration in the US. If you have, wipe.
So it's TDS. So it's TDS. Okay. God damn, bro. I am so glad. Bro, I'm so glad I voted for Trump. God damn. You remember all those people that started saying, you remember all those people saying something like, I can't suffer stupid people? And then they start doing something. Every time when somebody says, I can't suffer stupid people, I don't like stupid people. And then I think to myself as I look at that said person, I bet this bitch might be one of those stupid people. It happens every fucking time. Every fucking time. No normal person says that. Most people are just like, I don't want to be around people. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I don't want to be around people. But when people say stuff like, people are stupid, I'm over here like, well, are you stupid? I just think about that all the time. I never say I'm smart. I know I'm dumb as rocks. I'm always prepared for that shit.
Wipe your phones. What? Wipe your phones and know your rights before you enter the US.
Wipe your phones? Where the fuck do you think what the hell is going on? You really must be in Canada. You must really be in Canada. Okay. Didn't Canada do a tariff on like all American alcohol and shit? And now their stocks are going down because, well, why aren't we selling that much alcohol? Because you gave back, because you don't want the American alcohol that we just gave you. That's why you're not getting enough money, because you don't have that much to sell. I mean, you have your own different, I think we can all agree that Canada can't survive without America, and America, I guess you could say, kind of can't survive without Canada. But there's a lot of moments where I'm just like, well, Canada has their fair share of problems, but he's not going to introduce that shit. Anyway.
Stay in touch with family and friends in Canada so they know where you are at all times. Or even better, just stay home. All GDC talks will be available in the vault, and most business transactions can be done over video calls, or better yet, you can invite folks to visit you in Canada. We are generally nice and friendly, as long as you don't threaten to annex our country. I'm sorry if this seems alarmist to you, but if it does, I would suggest you haven't been paying.
If you're saying we are generally nice and friendly, I don't believe you. Okay? I don't believe you. We are generally nice and friendly, and I'm like, so you're a bunch of fucking assholes. When I tell people to come over, they're gonna be like, are the people in there nice? That's my answer. Are the people in there nice? At least I tell you the truth. This guy's like, we're all nice, generally. And I'm like, alright. As long as you don't threaten to annex our country is the crazy one. That's the crazy one. He's like, yeah, just don't threaten. Just don't threaten to annex our country. And I'm like, that's so weird to think that somebody would actually just do that off the cuff. That's not how shit works.
Sufficient attention to the news or what is unfolding before your very eyes.
What news would that be? in Canada? What news are you following in Canada? Okay? Well, I guarantee you the same news that you're getting in Canada is the same news that we get over here, called The View and MSNBC. What is happening over there where you can't just think for yourself? Okay, continue. There's a big difference in Quebec, Canada, and the rest of Canada. I don't know what it is, but there is one. I don't know too much about Quebec. Anyway, let's go.
Guys, please be careful. Yeah, so you know what? We don't want that guy here in America anyways. Sorry to my Canadian viewers that you got to keep dealing with that dev, but yeah, you can keep him. As a matter of fact, you know what? It would be really cool if all the Canadians just took the whole GDC. Yeah, just move that whole thing to Canada. We don't want that either.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, it's a real shame that this guy ended up being all crazy because apparently he's the CEO from the game dev studio behind The Long Dark. The Long Dark is not a modern audience type of game. It's actually a pretty cool game, but it came out back in 2017, so it does make me wonder if this guy got crazier since then or something, maybe drinking too much of that.
You made that game back in 2017, and I know that it takes a while to make a game, but where's your next game? What the fuck are you doing? It seems to me you're just like Grums. You're so busy worried about other crazy dumb shit. And I get that people want to be informed, but you're so caught up and lost in the sauce that you're not making another fucking game. So that whole CEO of Hinterland, you might as well rip that shit off and just call yourself an activist. That's your new job at LinkedIn. You're just an activist. Is that a job? No, it's not.
Modern audience Kool-Aid. Maybe that's what happens when you attend too many of those GDC events in San Francisco. Regardless, I hope you guys got a laugh from that post of his. Let me know what you think about all that in the comments.
Yeah, I'll send you this send you this right now. That's just, I don't know what's happening in Canada, bro. And you know what? I don't want to know. I hope if you guys are in Canada, you guys do well, stay safe. You didn't ask for all this, but it strikes me as sort of crazy that these devs will just like say outland. You know how what's funny about this whole situation is that developers like to do this whole like, oh, you know, well, I don't like politics. We don't do politics in our games. We don't focus on all that shit. But as soon as an orange man steps into office, they're just like, we've been hearing the news day to day, and we gotta tell you, stay away from the US. And I'm like, what happened to that whole not caring about politics shit? Or, oh shit, there's nothing nefarious going on politically in the gaming industry, nothing like that. But as soon as an orange man steps into office, people all become like, everybody just becomes the MSNBC or some shit, where they're just like, in other news, we're all dying. And I'm just like, no, you're fucking not. You're not dying. You're not. Anyway, that's my hard rant. It's crazy. To be fair, they have made updates to The Long Dark the past 7 years and announced The Long Dark 2 last year. Where is that? Ooh, man, hold on. Let me see that. Please tell me it's up here. Let me see. No. No. No, that's a DLC. No, that's a DLC. So we're not getting at least one trailer. It's back. I get it, you got updates, but there's not at least one teaser trailer on The Long Dark. I gotta keep it $150. They need to step it up just a little bit, a couple of videos, a couple of screenshots, show off your game. I don't know what happened the last 4 years. It's not like you even voted for Biden, but when Biden was around, you were happy as can be. You didn't have to worry about everything. Everything was kosher, baby. You were good. You were sitting happy the last 4 years. And now all of a sudden, the orange man is here, and you guys are like, we've been hard at work and we've been busy. And I'm like, have you though? Have you been busy? I don't see it up here. It's not up here. All right, that's back in 2017, had 2 DLCs. During that time, I would focus half of the team, or at least a quarter of the team, on the Long Dark. Yeah, that actually is smart. A quarter of the team should focus on the Long Dark, and the rest of the team, 75% of that team, should be focusing on the Long Dark 2. As a matter of fact, if you're thinking about the Long Dark 1, you're already thinking of plans for the Long Dark 2. Especially if you're tying like story or like lore or stuff like that. I mean, you gotta always think like 5 steps ahead when it comes to these things. And it's just like, bro, it's 2025, bro. That trailer, actually there's going to be a, what's it called? The initiative. Maybe it's gonna show up on that. What's it called? The initiative or something like that? Gaming initiative. What's it called? There it is. The Triple I initiative. It's coming on the way. And that's all the indie devs, and yeah, I saw that last year with you guys. So it's coming up here soon. As a matter of fact, I'll bring it up right now. I think the V Rising brought it up. I initiative, because the Triple I initiative. March 11th it came by. We are back. Stand by for more. When? I don't need all that music, thank you. Coming soon. When? When is it coming out? So we just got a coming soon. But it's coming. That came out on March 11th. We'll hear more from that. Hopefully we hear more about a Long Dark too. Alright, anyway. We do have something for V Rising. There's going to be a DLC for V Rising, and then we're going to come back for V Rising, and we're going to play it solo, and I'm going to fight all the bosses solo. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. Woo! I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. We're going to do it on PvP and PvE. It's going to be cool. Anyway, let's end that one for now.